Hello everyone, welcome back to Nimsite. Today, as part of the Australia series, I'm back with another video. I'm going to spread some awareness about the scams that are happening in Facebook Marketplace. Now, it's very important to be vigilant and protect yourself from these kind of scams. I did another video where I talk about more scams, the scams through text messages, scams that were happening quite a lot in Australia. You can check that video out as well if you want to know more about the different types of scams. Now, this is more about, Facebook Marketplace platform and some websites where this knowledge could also be applied. So let's move on to today's video. The reason why I selected this particular topic is because Facebook Marketplace is a very common platform that is used in Australia for selling as well as buying items, mostly used items or items at a lesser price. Now, there are a lot of complaints or a lot of things that people have said that have gone wrong when they were trying to buy something or sell something using this platform. So it's very important to be a bit more vigilant. Now, there are different types of scams that are happening in these kind of platforms, like for example, fake listings, or people might be creating fake accounts. Some items could be overpriced, some may be selling duplicate items, like they would charge you extra for shipping. They might say that you need to, pay something for shipping, and then we'll ship at your place, and then there's no contact after that once you pay the shipping charges or once you pay the advance charges. So there are a lot of these types of scams that are happening in all of these marketplaces, not only Facebook but other marketplaces such as Gumtree, etc. And then there's a very common scam that usually students fall prey to, where they sell rental properties, and there also they charge something for advance, and then there's no more knowledge about them, or their listings are removed later. So these kind of scams are there. Now, how you can protect yourself from these kind of scams? So what are some of the red flags you can use to identify if it's really a scam or not? For example, if you see that there's not proper communication, or some deal seems so unrealistic, like too good to be true, there is a high probability that it can be a scam, and they are refusing to show the item, or they are playing for your desperation. They're like, if you want to secure the deal, pay something in advance, but we can't really show you the item, there's some other reasons they're putting in. So there's a high probability that it's a scam. So these are some of the things that you need to identify. You need to have like a proper communication whenever you are going through the buying and selling process. Now let's move on to some tips that can help you when you are deciding to buy an item. Firstly, Facebook Marketplace or any other marketplace for used items is good if you can pick up the item yourself personally. If that item is accessible, it's always better not to get into shipping or those unwanted dramas, because you might not be able to track your item, because these are not very regulated platforms, right? You might not be able to track the person through these platforms. So it's good if you can pick yourself up. So that's always better. It's better not to get into any sort of shipping drama or paying extra for shipping or those kind of things. Arrange for all of that yourself. The first tip is, the most important tip is, verify the seller's profile properly. See if you see something suspicious. They normally make fake accounts if they really want to do a scam or something. So it's very important for you to check the seller's profile. See that if you find something fishy, ask for a contact number and verify that contact number if you can. And the next tip is, use payment methods that are regulated. Like, I remember this one time, this person was like, I was actually trying to sell something, and this person was like, I have already transferred you the money, and this is the pay ID that I used. It was very close to my name. So it sounded like, okay, how did this work? And they sent me a screenshot that we've already transferred you the money, and in fact they said that they have sent me extra money by mistake and they need it back, and all those kinds of extra unwanted things they said. And I was like, I looked at the screenshot, the pay ID seemed very similar to my pay ID, and then I was like, this doesn't seem right. and I saw some spelling mistakes also in the PID, and I checked with my real PID and my account if I've got anything extra or if I've got any money. It was not the case, so they were just bluffing, and when I reported them or blocked them, they just deleted that listing. So these kind of things happen, so it's very important you have like proper regulated payments whenever you're doing the payment for it. And I would always say it's better not to reveal any of your contact details like your phone number and those kind of things till you have that extreme clarity about the deal. And whenever you're trying to sell as well, it's better to give your street address and not your exact address. So refrain from giving any of your personal details in any of these chats on these marketplaces. And the last final tip is like, you know, if something seems like too good to be true, or your instincts, you have a doubt or something, it's always better to go with your instincts or intuition. Now, what happens if you have fallen prey to a scam? What can you do? So the first thing is you can use the platform's reporting feature to report any sort of suspicious listings or any sort of listings which doesn't seem right to you. To utilize that feature to report the listing, you can block the seller or the buyer. You can do that as well. You can leave ratings where you can mention that what lagged or what did not go well. So whenever there is a deal on Facebook Marketplace, they normally ask you like what worked really well for you, like was it their communication, was it their punctuality, what it is. And whenever you're trying to buy or sell as well, you can look at these ratings to avoid, you know, falling into scams. Now, there's not a huge lot that you can do through Facebook itself or through these platforms itself, because like I said, they are very unregulated. You can reach out to your local authorities and see if it helps you in any way, but usually if the money is gone, it's gone in these kind of platforms. So it's very important to be vigilant and do whatever you can to spread awareness as well, so that it doesn't happen with someone else. I hope all of these tips were helpful. If there's something that anyone wants to add that could be helpful in regards to this topic and in regards to avoiding any scams, put it down in the comments. Let me know if you want to know more about any topics related to Australia. You can check my Australia playlist. You can also check my career playlist where I talk about career videos also. Now I'll come again with another useful video. If you like this video, make sure you share it with others. Thank you.
Content shared in this video is based on personal experience and research. If you enjoyed the video, like, share and subscribe. Keep watching, keep listening and continue learning.